The White People is a short supernatural tale by the Welsh writer Arthur Machen, first published in 1904. It has fair claim to be one of the most disturbing stories ever written. It begins with a framing device. Two men are discussing the nature of evil. One of them is clearly an expert on the subject. His central claim is that true evil has nothing to do with social life or social laws. It is a lonely passion of the soul, and there's no reason why one should dislike a truly evil man, although he would undoubtedly fill one with horror. This sets the scene for what is to come, a young girl's diary written some 70 or 80 years previously. It is this diary, a sort of magical stream of consciousness, that forms the heart of the story. It describes the girl's nightly walks and her conversations with a nurse. It becomes clear that both the girl and her nurse inhabit an alternative reality, a dark, mysterious and sinister one, but one that sits alongside our everyday world, somehow just out of view. The girl uses cryptic terminology. There is reference to secret ceremonies. There are sexual allusions. And the girl becomes animated for obscure reasons. Finally, when she's just about to make contact with a mysterious race called the White People, she takes what she imagines is a magic potion, at least that's how I read the story, and she accidentally poisons herself. The girl herself is an incredibly likeable character, and yet there's an impenetrable barrier between her and the reader. This is likely to be our sole glimpse of the world she inhabits, and we can't begin to fathom its meaning or intent. But it's disturbing for another reason. Some quite reputable intellectuals in Machen's day believed there might actually be a hidden race of subhumans of the sort he so often describes in his stories. He called them the little people. They supposedly hid in the hills and underground. They had an instinct for darkness, and they were incorrigibly hostile to the human race as it's ordinarily understood. I find it odd that some people can have believed this well into the modern period. However, I also wonder what it was actually like to believe something like that. Whether the belief was actually more disturbing than the story. Probably yes. But then I think, why should it be? If you really believed in something like the little people, you'd have the option to think, perhaps they're not so bad after all. Perhaps everything I've heard about them is prejudice and lies. Personally, I'd try and find them. I think most 21st century readers would. And maybe that's the most disturbing thing of all.